channel. Today's episode is extra special because I am finally revealing how I'll be calling this amazing community. From now on, you are all part of the Hugs Fam. Okay, so it's all about the warmth, connection, and positivity. And I want that to be the vibe that we share together. So if you notice, the first two letters of Hugs is HU. So, well, obviously, HU stands for Heidi Uy, making this community even more personal and meaningful. Okay, so when I ask for your input, I think that was 2 months ago. It was in my Kazakhstan vlog when I asked, like, guys, what do you want me to call you? And most of you actually give your inputs, and I'm very grateful for that. So many of you love the idea of the word hugs, so they just put, let's say, Hugs Circle, Hugs Nation, Hugs Tribe. Maraming choices, marami kayong inputs that you have given. So thank you for that. But now I decided to make it official. You are all part of Hugs family. We hug life one moment at a time. Ganda ba, guys? But really, finally, thank you for those 41,000 subscribers who actually watch my vlog every time I uploaded videos. Thank you for watching. You have no idea how happy I am every time you watch my vlog. So anyway, since you're all part of this Hugs family, I couldn't be more thrilled to share this journey with you. So that's the first thing. Second thing is I am sharing the books I read recently and the lessons I've taken from them. Most of you actually requested for a book review. You all requested for this review, so later on, let's jump into that. But now, I'll let you know that we're going to dive into 4 amazing books plus 1 classic. I'm saying it's 1 classic because that 1 classic book is actually I explored back when I was in university. Okay? Let's jump right in. Book number 1. Ta-da! Okay, this is choice theory developed by Dr. William Glasser. Is a psychological framework that explains human behavior based on the idea that all we do is behave, and that nearly all behavior is chosen as we try to meet our 5 basic needs. Okay, so what are the 5 basic needs in choice theory? One is survival. The basic physical needs like food, safety, shelter, and health. Second is love and understanding. Third is power. Fourth is freedom. And the 5th is fun. Okay? And the most important need, because it ties into all the others, is love and belonging. So ang ganda ng book, guys, because the core concept of this choice theory is we can actually control our own behavior. What are those external control? Blame, punishment, coercion. So in the book it says that the external control actually destroys relationship and causes most personal and social problems. Diba? If you notice, if you keep on blaming others without you actually thinking of baka naman ikaw ay may pagkukulang. Diba? Instead of like blaming others, nagkakaroon pa yan ng cause ng most of the personal and social problems. So, iyan yung core concept of choice theory. In chapter 8, which is all about love and marriage. Okay. Yeah, here. So love and marriage. In choice theory, so chapter 8, the author actually emphasizes the importance of mutual respect and understanding in relationship. He actually suggests that partners should focus on what they can actually contribute to the relationship rather than attempting to control each other. Kasi diba, in relationship, if you notice, gusto mong i-control. But actually, instead of like thinking of controlling the person or attempting to control the person, ang mas maganda is you actually focus on what your partner can contribute or what you can also contribute in the relationship. So the author, William Glasser, advises couples to ask themselves, ang ganda, gusto ko yung question na to ha, like, if I say or do this right now, will it bring us closer together or will we end up further apart? So that reflective approach encourages actions that strengthen the bond and promote closeness. Ganda, diba? And then also in chapter 10, kasi ang ganda din, especially kung nag-aaral ka, you're still studying right now. In chapter 10, it's all about, let me find it for you, about schooling. Okay, so here, chapter 10. Okay, schooling, education, and quality schools. Okay. So on that, in this chapter, he actually distinguishes between schooling, okay, and real education. So he criticized the traditional system for using coercion and irrelevant content, like yung mga rote memorization. Diba during that time? Aminin nyo, during that time, very teacher-centered ang approach in terms of like, let's say, schooling. We just listen to the teacher. Nowadays, napakaswerte ng mga bata because we promote already, or the school actually promote student-centered already. What's a student-centered? Of course, the teacher teaches, but at the same time, the students are now given already time to have critical thinking, collaborative work. Mostly, yan na, student-centered na tayo. So, he promotes quality school, which I'm talking about the author, Glasser, where learning is student-centered, meaningful, and built on trust, okay, and not control. Okay, so in these schools, students are motivated to produce quality work, okay, because they find value and joy, of course, joy in learning. Okay, so dapat na po-promote yan na bakit ka pumapasok sa school. Not because you just study or you just wanted to finish. Ang main goal is you find value and joy in learning. Okay? Ang ganda. Ganda niya. So, I will not actually discuss more of the chapter, but Heidi's Choice, you can find this book and it's a good read. Book number 2 is all about. So this book is Emotional Intelligence, Why It Can Matter More Than IQ. Just to give you a brief background, I've been using all of these books because I am conducting or I'm teaching career and personal development. So it's beautiful because actually read all of this. I actually read all of this because it's really it actually helps me. So anyway, book number is Emotional Intelligence, Why It Can Matter More Than IQ. So what are the key points of these books? Okay, so EI is actually crucial for effective leadership. So people with high IQ People with high EQ are better at understanding and managing their own emotions of others, which actually makes them more effective leaders and collaborators. Okay. Second key point that I like is high EI allows people to control their impulses. They think before acting and handle stress, which is important for personal well-being and decision making. And another key point that I like also is social skills and motivation. So it says here in the book that individuals with high EI are typically more motivated and skilled in managing social interactions, conflict resolution, and teamwork. Okay. Important quote. What really matters for success, character, happiness, and lifelong achievement is a different kind of intelligence, a kind that has little to do with intellectual ability. So this quote actually highlights how EI plays a crucial role in overall success, suggesting that being able to navigate emotions effectively can be more impactful than traditional cognitive intelligence. Interesting. Okay, let's move on to book number 3. This book is all about leadership wisdom from the monk who sold his Ferrari by Robin Sharma. Okay, so this book actually combines principle of leadership with spiritual wisdom. It providing lessons on personal growth, mindfulness, and achieving lasting success. So here are some important lessons that I can actually share with you from what I've read, key points and quote from the book. So important lessons and key points that I've actually learned from this is that the power of self-leadership. What's the power of self-leadership? So actually in this book, he emphasizes the importance of leading oneself before leading others. Okay. True leaders, he says that true leaders master their own minds, emotions, and actions, which actually allows them to inspire and guide others effectively. If you notice yung mga books that I've been reading, connected siya with each other. So, di ba parang they talk about like controlling your emotions, you can control your behavior, your everything. Kasi it starts from you. So, ang ganda niya. So, if you have time, read these books kasi it will really help you. It also says in the book the 5 pillars of personal mastery. So what are those 5 pillars of mastery? So Sharma, the author, actually introduces 5 core areas for personal mastery. One is clarity, competence, concentration, courage, and creativity. By focusing on these aspects, individuals can unlock their full potential. Okay, another key point that I like also is the importance of purpose. Clear sense of purpose is critical for achieving success. It's not about material wealth, but it's all about aligning your actions with your deeper values and passions. And the role of mindfulness and meditation. So he advises actually for daily routines or daily meditations to calm the mind and increase focus and to cultivate inner peace. So this actually helps in making better decisions and reducing stress. So I do it in the morning, meditation, or before going to bed. And most of the time, I do it also like when I'm walking. I love walking in the park. So yeah. And of course, another book that I can recommend is The 7.5 Lessons About the Brain by Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett. So this book actually offers a fascinating, accessible look at how our brains really work. So debunking common myths and revealing surprising truths. So one key idea is that the brain isn't wired like a computer, okay, but it's a dynamic, ever-changing system shaped by experience and context. So it actually highlights how much of what we think is automatic and is actually constructed on the fly. So one quote that I like in this book, actually it's nice kasi una-una easy to read siya. You just think about it like, yes, more on like scientific thing, but it's actually easy to read. Una-una konti lang siya and easy to follow. And one of the famous, or one of the quotes that I like, that she said, your brain is not for thinking, it's for surviving. So what does it mean? Its main job is to keep you alive, okay? Not just to solve problems or remember facts, okay? Thinking is just one small part. She said that most of the brain's work is about keeping your body running smoothly so you can survive in the world. And of course, this book, the very classic one, which by the way, I have never thought that I'll be using this for my presentations, for my career and personal development classes. Because imagine, the first time I encountered this book was when I was in university. So, yung professor namin used this book. Bagong-bago pa at the time, new release siya. So he used this book in one of our modules called Organizational Behavior. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So he used this and says, okay, ang ganda class, use this because these are the 7 habits of highly effective people. Okay, by heart, again, the traditional way of learning before was like rote memorization. Of course, I memorized 7 by heart, okay? And I've never thought that I'm going to share this with my presentation every time I do my career and personal classes, career and personal growth, or career and personal development classes, which actually really helps me a lot. Ang ganda niya. And I will not tell you the 7, of course, and I'm sure you might get interested on this book, okay? And many of us, or I think hindi lang to bago sa inyo, I'm sure lahat to baka na-encounter nyo na rin yung book. But I highly suggest, because among those 7, I do believe that the first one is the most, okay, is the most foundational and powerful habit. Why? Number 1 is that be proactive. Okay, why? Why do you think it's the most foundational and powerful habit? Because it actually encourages taking responsibility for your actions and reactions, giving you control over your life. Okay, so this habit actually is essential because it influences how you approach the other habits. Okay, by being proactive, you are empowered to shape your own circumstances, make better decisions, and create positive changes in both personal and professional life. Ang ganda. So, use this. Try. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and comment down below which book do you think that interests you, and what vlog or content that you wanted to see next time apart from this book review. But actually, guys, I truly enjoy this book review. I'm not a bookworm, disclaimer, but I love educating myself. I love learning. I am passionate about, lifelong learning. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you, Hugs Fam, till our next.